Hey guys, welcome to another heavy metal diecast video, and today we have an edition from Calibre Wings. It's 1/72nd scale diecast. This is an F-14A Tomcat, and this particular one is from the VF-102 Diamondbacks. So the VF-102 Diamondbacks are a US Naval Strike Squadron currently based in Japan, and this unit was actually formed in 1955 and still remains active to this day. It has seen combat during the Vietnam War when flying F-4 Phantoms at that time, and has also seen extensive operational use during the Gulf War, flying the mighty F-14 here until its transition to the FA-18s, I think 2002 or 2003, somewhere in the early 2000s, and that's when the VF-102 was redesignated the VFA-102. So what we will do is we will check out this F-14. So these are quite expensive, as you can see. This one's got a price tag on it for 329 Australian dollars. So my American viewers, you get out that currency converter and do a bit of calculation. I did not pay that much. I did a bit of praying, begging, and I did have a voucher, and I actually picked this one up brand new in the box, as you can see here, for $200 from a hobby store, so online, and that was including the shipping to me as well. You open it up and it looks really nice. It does present quite well. It's got the old Tomcat up there in the corner. The actual aircraft itself looks awesome inside there. It does have a nice collector card in there, and it does have a pretty cool picture of it, the F-14, that is the subject of our model, in a nice picture in that flap. But it is no good sitting in this box, so what we'll do is we'll get this Tomcat out of the box. So here we have it out of the box. What we'll do is we'll move this out of the way, and underneath the main packet of where the aircraft is held is the accessories packet that does have all the Phoenix missiles and all the other associated ordnance that you need to put on the aircraft, as well as some engine nozzles, as well as the landing gear modules. There is a there seems to be the front, if you want to have the hook down or up. It's that's a pretty cool little option, and it does actually have some little detailed pilot figures in there that look really well detailed. So we'll put that to the side. We'll grab the aircraft packet. We'll open that up, and wow, that does look pretty cool in there. It's definitely worth the coin, I think. So in this little section here, you have the little tiny pit tube that will go in the front there. It does come with that collector card, as I said. It actually might be card. It sort of felt like metal for a second. It's got a really chrome finish on it. That's pretty cool. So yeah, there's only 1,200 of these available. We will get this Tomcat out. Hopefully, oh yeah, it comes out really easily. I don't want to drop this at all. These are not a cheap model. I know some people do have a bit of issue, I think, with maybe Calibre rings, but I think it's more because I've seen some of the videos of the guy that does run the company, and he's extremely passionate about what he does. So, but look, in the end, it's all about the model. So, guys, I reckon this thing looks absolutely killer. The one thing I want to test always on a Tomcat when I get it is that swing wing, and it does manipulate really nicely. There's no problem with that. It's quite smooth. It sort of does feel like there's a little bit of gearing in there, but there's it is very smooth, so there's no problem with that. The air brake does look like it does come out, so it does position up. There is no rudder movement or anything like that. And as I said, you can change these nozzles out. It does come with some different engine nozzles. But the overall, we'll get stuck into some panel lines and have a real good look. Look at that. That is tight. That is really well done. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, I do love my F-14, so I'm real partial to a Tomcat. And we will actually see if this cockpit opens. It does. Trying to afford you some detail in there. There is tons of detail in there. It's well done. It's got the nice glass on the front, the coloured glass on the front. That's correct. I think this is magic. We'll run down the side of the aircraft, and it is really awesome. I think it comes up really nice. That is fantastic. What we'll do is we'll turn it over on its back and have a little look underneath. It is in. It does come in flight mode, So the wheelbay doors are on. So there is the nice arrow stalk there. The brakes there do look like they manipulate out as well. I'll just do the swing wing so you can see from underneath as well. Comes up really nice. I think this is awesome. I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. They move, they do manipulate, so you can position them in all different ways you want to have it. I think it's a really good rendition. This is fantastic. I'll show you a close-up of the underneath of the aircraft. Obviously, that's where all the ordnance will be going on. And I think this is awesome. Comes up really nice. See if we can see in the intake a little bit. Can't see too much detail, but it does go right in. But I think this is really nice, and I reckon we better kit this Tomcat out. So here we have this Tomcat all kitted out. Look, it comes up really nice. It is fantastic, but for me, with fat fingers, it can be a little bit trying on the patience. I did have a couple of issues trying to fit things in the holes. You'd feel like you're pushing them in the hole and then they just drop off and stuff like that, which was a little bit frustrating. But the quality of itself is fantastic, no question about it. Just the ease of putting it together. Well, for me, being I don't know, a chubby Westerner, it's probably a little bit harder than people with a bit more dainty fingers and a bit more, skill. But I did have a little bit of difficulty here and there. This rack underneath the Phoenix missile here, one of the tabs was already broken in the packet when I got it, so it's been held in by some blue tack so that it stays in place. And trying to fit these sidewinders onto the pylon and then the pylon onto the underneath of the wing, I did break one of these sidewinders off, so it's currently held on with a bit of blue tack just for the purpose of this video. So if you do notice that in the pictures, that is why. But the gear modules, everything drops straight in. That's no dramas. The tanks drop straight in. The front wheels, they do roll, but the rear ones seem to be fixed. So I don't understand that with models either. You might as well both have them both fixed or all moving in my view. But that's neither here nor there. But as you can see, look, it does come up really nice. If you've got the patience and the skill, these do come up fantastic. But as I said, for me here especially, I don't know what it's like for everyone else around the world, they are a tad on the expensive side. And you do sort of hope you're paying a good amount of cash that everything should drop in with relative ease. But unfortunately, I did have a little bit of issue in there. But no, that said, I'm not detracting anything from this model. This is a fantastic F-14A and a great rendition from for the VF-102 Diamondbacks. We will flip this F-14 over and see how she goes. And there she has it. It is being held together beautifully. But look, honestly, this is nice. The details are fantastic. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. The only issue I would say is maybe have a little bit easier fitment for everything to go on for people with less skill and fatter fingers. And one other thing, I'll just put the old F-14 here on the deck. One other thing, though, I do have to say, no instructions in it. So there's no instruction whatsoever. There's a little note on the back of the box saying, go on the YouTube channel to find the instructions for it. I jumped on the YouTube channel to look. There's no easy way of finding any instruction video on there. So I just sort of checked on some of the box art and I just assembled it that way. Look, to be honest, it is relatively straightforward. The only issues I had was trying to work out which pylons to use, with certain ordnance, because the tabs are different on different sidewinders, because you do get an extra complement of missiles and everything like that. So if you want to have this rack here with just sidewinders, you can have a pair of sidewinders in each one instead of using the Sparrows, or if you want to swap everything out and stuff like that. So that's just probably one other little bit of issue. But look, there's other manufacturers out there that don't supply instructions with their models as well. For me, yeah, you're paying some reasonable money for these, and they are a great quality model, no doubt about that. It's really well made, really well done. Just would have been handy to have a little bit of or ease to instructions, maybe a direct link on the box that will, you type that in and it'll take you straight to the instructions. That would be a little bit handier. But anyway, I still think it's, it's still fantastic. I don't have any regrets getting it. It's still a good model. And I think it's all right. So yeah, once again, I got this for around $200 Australian, which was on special for us here. Normally it's way over 300 from a lot of hobby shops. And so this is the F-14A Tomcat, which is from VF-102 Diamondbacks. And it's made by Calibre wings. And I think it's, look, overall a fantastic model. Just a couple of little shortcomings here and there. Overall, I think it's great. It's going to sit fantastic on my shelf. I have no regrets getting it whatsoever. And I think it's pretty cool. And hopefully you guys do too. So if you found this video a little bit helpful, throw us a like, that'd be awesome. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet done so. Let me know in the comments if you've got one of these aircraft as well from Calibre wings and how you went. And one other thing, Calibre wings do not come with a stand either. So once again, I want to say thank you very much for swinging past and checking out another one of our videos. And thank you so much for your view time, and I appreciate it. All right, guys, I'll wind this up. I'll chuck some photos of this F-14 Tomcat up after the conclusion of this video, which is coming right now, and you can check it out in all its metal glory. All right, guys, thank you once again. You have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers.